Champions, what is going on, big dogs? All my F&I champions out there. Uh, how are you doing? How's your month going so far? Hey, listen, today I want to talk about what makes finance managers relevant in finance, right? What makes a finance manager relevant, right? What is a finance manager's unique value add to a dealership? What makes you relevant back in finance? Listen to me. Although, when I ask you, if I were to say, hey, what makes you relevant as a finance manager? What makes you relevant to that dealership? What makes you relevant to that F&I department? There are many things you're going to come up with. You're going to come up with the fact that you can sell products, right? The fact that you deal with customers, the fact that you sign contracts, the fact that you rehash deals, the fact that you manage CITs, the fact of whatever. But there is but one thing and one thing only that makes you, the finance manager, relevant. And I'm going to tell you what that one thing is. The only thing that makes a finance manager relevant, the relevance of a finance manager comes from customers. Let me tell you how. The fact that customers object, the fact customers' objections are what make finance managers relevant. Now, hear me out for just a second. I want you to think about this. If your customers walked in your finance office, if every one of your customers walked in your finance office and they walked in and they said, hey, do you have a service contract? Because I got to buy one. I always buy service contracts and I got to buy one this time. Do you have a gap policy? I love gap policies. I know my Aunt Alice works for my insurance company, but I want to purchase that gap policy from you. Can I get some tire wheel? Can I get some windshield repaired? Let me get a little bit of that key replacement. That ding ding. Woo! I got to have it. Your environmental protection, please let me get that. And whatever other policies you sell back in finance, if your customers walked in your office and asked for those, or if when working a deal, the culture in your store and the process in your store was, hey, we include in every pencil, we include all these products or some of the products, or we pack payments, or we close customers on payments that included those products, or if all those products or your back end products were included on the addendum stickers out there on your showroom floor. If some way, somehow, when your customers got back to your office, either they had already bought the product or they walk into your office asking for the product without any objections, listen to me, you would have no relevance, right? Because I want you to think about this for just a second. Every duty of a finance manager can be done by someone else, okay, in your dealership. I want you to think about this. Your sales manager, the desk manager, can submit deals. They can rehash deals. Your salespeople can have customers sign up on products, right? If your customers came in and they asked, they already wanted your F&I products, salespeople can have them sign the contracts for the products. They can get them signed up and registered for those products. Your accounting department could manage the CITs. Your sales desk could structure deals, right? Most of them probably already do anyway. So with that being said, a finance manager's unique value add to your store is the fact that customers walk in and they object. We know that customers are going to walk in and they're going to object, not because your products don't have any value, but because they're indoctrinated to do so. So therefore, the fact that they walk into your office and they throw objections at you and they object is what makes a finance manager relevant. Now, your job in order to increase your relevance is to increase your skill set. How can I build massive value in my product? Right? This is my relevance. My unique value add to that dealership is the fact that I have a unique skill set. And that unique skill set is I know how to build massive value in my products. And I know how to take all the customers' objections. I know how to take all of their pushback. I know how to take all of their no's, turn them into yeses. I know how to take all of their pushback, and I know how to show more value. I know how to take all of their objections and overcome and close every one of their objections to close them on the products that we sell back in F&I, to protect the customer, to make sure that they have the best experience that they could possibly have back in that F&I department. And not only that, they are now out in the world enjoying their vehicle, experiencing their vehicle should something happen where they need the protection of one of your F&I products. The fact that you had the skill set that could overcome their objections in the beginning and close them on the protection that you offer back in finance. See, that's what makes you relevant, because now, years later, when they need your product, they're now protected. When they need your product in an emergency situation, they got the help that they need because you showed up. You showed up when they objected. And listen to me, champions. Customers don't object because your products don't have any value to them. Customers object based on what they know. What do they know? They know very little about your F&I products. Why? Because no one has had the ability before you, their bad past experience before you, the Dave Ramseys before you, the Susie Ormans before you, the 10,000 YouTube videos that showed them the same thing over and over and over again before you, before that customer ever has laid eyes on you, before they ever got to experience you. This is why those customers object. Not because of you. But what needs to happen is you have to understand you have but one thing that makes you relevant. And that is the fact that your customers walk in your office and they object. So with that being said, us as finance managers need to embrace their objections. We need to love their objections. We need to know that their objections are not personal. We need to know that their objections are not based on the value of our product, but it's based on what they know about the value of our product. It's based on what they don't know. It's based on the gray area. It's based on the unanswered questions. It's based on the unaddressed concerns. It's based on the objections that haven't been overcame yet. That's what those objections are about. The fact that customers walk in your office and they don't want your product makes you relevant. It's a sign that says, hey, I don't want what you have to offer because I don't know enough about it. So with that being said, champions, embrace objections, love objections, be prepared for objections, understand your customers confusion about your product, because listen to me, champion. Unless it's a repeat customer, this is the first time your customers have had the opportunity to experience finance with you. This is the first time they've ever had the shot to have a great finance experience in your presence. Yes, they may have gone through F&I before, but you don't know what they were told back in finance. You don't know what that previous F&I department sold. You don't know how it was sold. You don't know the process the last time that customer purchased the vehicle. All you know is that that customer walks in and gives you pushback and gives you objections and don't want your product. And your job is to out experience the last time they went through finance. Your job is to build massive value in the very valuable products that we sell back in finance. Your job is to embrace what makes you relevant, and that's customers' objections. Your job is to be prepared to answer any and all questions that they have. Your job is to be prepared to address every single concern a customer may have about buying that back-end product. Your job is to be prepared to overcome and close every objection that they throw at you so that that customer can be protected now and in the long run. So therefore, you are showing up. You are showing what makes you relevant. You are showing up in the gaps, in the areas of opportunity. You, that finance manager with that unique skill set, are able to show customers the massive value that your service contracts and other products have. You, the finance manager, are happy, and you step up when customers throw those objections at you because you understand it's not personal. It's what makes you relevant. So our job, champions, get prepared. I want you to do this. Listen to me. Anticipation is the key to preparation. So what I want you to do is anticipate what makes you relevant. Anticipate that they're going to throw the objections at you. It's too high, costs too much, too expensive, outside my budget. I can't afford it. I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to self-insure. I don't drive that many miles. I'm not keeping it that long. My cousin Todd's a technician. My cousin Mark is a mechanic. And whatever the case, whatever other objections your customers walk in to give you, I want you to anticipate that they're going to throw those at you. And then I want you to get prepared for those customers, for those objections. I'm sorry. Anticipation is the key to preparation. Preparation is the key to confidence. And so when you are confident in addressing objections, answering questions, and addressing concerns, listen to me, that's when you step up to what makes you relevant. And that's customers' objections. Come on with it. Okay. Our job is to become obese back in finance, not to make excuses, not to worry about what they didn't buy in the past, not to beat up on the desk because the desk don't leave you room in the payment or whatever. That's not our job. Our job is to step up to what makes us relevant. Our job is to step in there when the customer walks in and shows us love, by keeping us relevant, by objecting, by giving us concerns and giving us questions and giving us objections. That is what makes us relevant. The day customers walk in our office and ask for all the products that we sell back in finance with no objections, the day that becomes the norm is the day finance managers are no longer relevant. Listen to me, champions. I appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And also, I would love to sit with you one-on-one and do one-on-one coaching and training with you. My job is to help you elevate your F&I skill set, and I do that with Dealer F&I University. With every single membership, someone signs up for Dealer F&I University, I include one-on-one live training with me and you. I want to help you. I want to help answer any questions you may have. I want to role play with you. I want to show you how to build massive value in your products. I want to show you how to strategically close customers and make sure that they're protected, all the while generate revenue for your store. I want to show you how to have record months back to back to back to back to back. www.dealerfiuniversity.com is the website that you go to take the best F&I training in the automotive industry. It's on demand. It's 24/7. I've made it super convenient. I've made it, this is modern. This is for those finance managers that want to elevate their skill set. Listen, even if you've been taught the old way to do finance, even if you're used to beating up on your desk, even if the process and the culture in your store is as we leave $20, $30, $40, $50 in leg for you to kind of help you in your F&I department, if you want to build a skill set, come join me in dealerfiuniversity.com. I'd love to meet you one-on-one. I'd love to meet you live. And listen to me, there's no limit to the number of one-on-ones that I do with my Dealer F&I University members. I got you back.